Mit dem Angriff Steiners wird das alles in Ordnung kommen, which loosely translate to, with Steiner's attack, everything will be okay. So I got done with all my videos for the week, and then I was sent one by a very special person, which I wish to share with you. So here we are on loop, and we've got our boy Steiner, once again playing 8th Infantry. He's against somebody called Hello. Loop, quite a big map. We'll go through Hello's deployment. So he's got a Spetsnaz Razvedka going to here, which is really quite, what's the word? Not aggressive, the opposite of aggressive. Passive, I suppose you could say. 2 Iglas going to here and to here. Conco's M going to here. Motorstrokey RPGs going to here. And a CV. So it looks like he's just going to defend on India. He's not going to go for Delta. In the middle, we've got a 2 Saperi RPO and a Spets Razvedka, and they're all going to the church because religious people can see further than atheists, if you don't know already. This is the LOS tool. You see that the atheistic dwelling can't really see very far, but the religious dwelling can see very far. So that's just a bonus that religious people have in this game. And on the left side here, well, we've got what looks like the main focus of his attack. So Saperi Apigo going to the town, Spets Razvedka going to the town, Motorstrokey Metis going to the town, an AA helicopter, a Tor, which you don't see very often, and a CV. So the Tor, you don't see this very often because it's quite expensive. It only comes with this division. It's quite rare to see it. Carries a lot of missiles, which is its advantage, I suppose. But it's a bit of a weird one. So we'll see how that gets on. And then he's up against Steiner. And if you haven't seen the previous Steiner video, first link in the description, I highly suggest you check it out. He's doing exactly the same thing again. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 M60A3 TTS. And they're 2 vet because of the CV bonus. And they're just going to here with 6 Pivads, 2 Scout Bradleys, and an M60A3 command vehicle. And they're all just going to Alpha right now, so we'll see where he ends up. Loop, of course, an absolutely massive map, so for him to... It's very funny. Anyway, let's get on with the game. Oh, yikes, I alt-tabbed there. Well, let me just make sure that there was nothing racist. So we've got what? We've got OBS, the chatter, YouTube recommendations. Do you go to the Clown District very often? So yeah, looks like nothing racist there. Great. Right, so they're off, and Hello is basically going to get Echo for free. If he clocks on, he'll realise that he's going to get Delta for free, but I don't know if he'll notice, because this is going so far back. He's determined to defend on Delta, but he's not, he's not going to be contested, so if he walks forwards, he'll realise. Steiner, of course, only buying 1 CV, and it's a tank CV, so it's slow. So Hello's going to get a pretty fast lead here. And he's probably going to get Foxtrot for free as well, because this is all tracked, it's all at the back, there's no air, it's just one big blob. And so he's going to get Foxtrot for free, he's going to get Echo for free, and if he wakes up, he'll get Delta for free. You know, hypothetically, he could get Charlie and Bravo if he wanted to as well, but he obviously doesn't see what we see. And what we see is Steiner's counterattack. See, this is why... you know, if only Steiner had done his counterattack, I think we'd all be speaking German today. Let's put it that way. This AA Helo, is it going to spot that? No, it's not, because it doesn't have good optics to begin with. Well, it's got normal optics. And so the blue is what is in its line of sight, but it cannot identify targets there because it does not have powerful enough optics. But yeah, Hello, he's been quite aggressive, and it's paid off for him on Foxtrot. On Delta, he's not bothering at all. Steiner buying his 2nd CV for Bravo Charlie, presumably. Oh, he's got a Scout Helo, Supply Helo for these guys, and here we go. A helicopter coming in. Should see this now. He definitely sees it. He definitely sees it. But what's the counter here? I mean, driving tanks into buildings, not very smart, but the Pivads will absolutely rinse that. Whoa, goodbye. Didn't even get a shot off. And if he... What? He didn't even get to shoot! But this gets short-range RPG, so he'll probably get like 4 kills. 1. So you don't miss at this range. Oh, they've all stopped. 2. And you see that he's stunning the ones that he's missing. It's kind of hard to keep track. 3 shots. He doesn't make it to 4. He doesn't make it to 4. And we see the TAM. You don't see this very often. Oh, no! Didn't even get a chance to show you it. Just immediately got melted by the pivads. And where's he going now? Is he going to cross the bridge? Surely... No, he's staying on this side of the bridge. He's keeping the CV with it. He's not bringing up... I mean, what? So, Hello, you know, he sees... Hello's a pretty good player. If he's who I think he is, he's got a Pingu avatar and he's got a lot of games played. So he's no slouch. Steiner used to be called something like Able Archer a long time ago. But he's been playing under the name of Steiner for a long time. And he's been counterattacking. He just willingly moves his CV out of Foxtrot. He's just not interested at all. And he's decided to take the long path through the forest. Brings up a supply, which is very big brain. He's going to heal up the tanks, but now he's sort of lost his momentum here by stopping. And you would expect Hello to appreciate... I mean, Hello clearly doesn't watch Hippie YouTube videos, because if he'd watched the last Steiner video, as soon as he saw this, he would have thought, oh, rest of the map must be empty. Taking Delta, taking Bravo, taking Charlie. But he's quite content to sit on his +3 for now. And the Blob is waiting for supply, I suppose. Waiting to be healed up. He doesn't even wait for it to... What? He didn't even wait for it to heal up the things. He just... Alright. I feel like that was a bit of a waste of time then. I would have just left the 2 tanks that were wounded behind. The Igla might actually kill all of these, depending on what they see. Because it takes 2... Yes, it takes 2 shots. But they won't see this, because it's a man-pad in a house. Very difficult to see. So yeah, he has to pull them back, because without the recon helicopter, which is 4 HP anyway, so would die in 1 Igla shot, it's not going to work out. Steiner continuing to Steiner all over the place. And, yeah, here we go. So Hello's woken up. He is a good player. I remember playing against him, and I struggled quite a lot. Plays a lot of Pact from what I remember. Here we go. Sprut's going to go down. And so, yeah, he's realised that Delta's empty. He's moving in. He's getting a CV in. He'll be on a +4 in a second. He's got a good flank on these M60s. Sadly, whenever anything dies, all we see is command zone captured or destroyed. Although, buying air, not very intelligent. Especially, I mean, he saw what happened to the TAM, and he still did that. That was really not smart. Although he's got these guys on this bridge of death here. Although, well, I guess not. Pivad's in front, Pivad's geht zuerst, and that's just because these guys are stopping to shoot. Their motion accuracy is 40%. The Toe Cobras were brought in over here where there is no Igla. Just 1 Igla in the church can be useful. Of course, I guess he didn't expect to just take the zone, and the CV here has actually taken Echo, and the CV here has taken Golf. So Steiner on a +2 now. LGBT coming back in. Does he see this? He does now, because the scouts just spotted it. So he's going to attempt to diversify the RHKM. RHKM gets diversified by the LGBT, and it gets 4, so he's keeping it in, but it's going to fly over all these Iglas now, so we'll see how that goes for him. Now, he does evac, but he does eat 5 damage, should be 4, but because of the crit, rudder damage dealt an extra HE there. And Steiner... Very unorthodox approach. To be honest, that's probably the smartest move, because he assumes that the opponent will defend India, and so he's just coming back the way he came. And this is just so funny. The Metis don't have a chance to shoot, because the Blob is so is a well-coordinated Blob, and they're all so tight together that they all get LOS. This guy should be able to pick off a few at the back, though. He should be... Is he going to get there in time? No, he does. That's bad luck for Pingu. I hope he hasn't changed his thing, otherwise that's not going to make any sense. But here we go. So this is going to get good toe shots. Oh, I thought it would be able to shoot these, but not. It does not. It's just a single infantry unit. There's not. He's not actually purchased a single infantry unit. He did this. Ah, there we go. That's a Stinger. That counts. And didn't he have a... No, that was a scout helicopter. So first infantry unit of the game, 8 minutes into the game. T-80BV should get some shots off here, but he's driving it too close. The closer the range, the less of its advantage, but at 10 rounds a minute, the Pivads are all going to die, particularly because they're always at the front. Oh, it's retargeting on the tanks now. But so these tanks are not very good, right? They don't have the max range gun, but at this range, it's not going to matter. The T-80BV shouldn't be there, it should be here, so it can take advantage of first its ATGMs, and secondly, it's, you know, it's this long max range 10 RPM gun. But at those ranges, yeah, it just gets picked off by the death ball. Steiner +4. Hello, sort of panicking here. Hasn't bought a CV for this. Doesn't know if there's people left behind here. You know, because he could ostensibly just drive CV down here, but he doesn't know. This RKM was moved out because of the tow cobras from before, so he's going to take this, and then I'll put him on a +6. And he just keeps doing this. Don't do that. He keeps sending the infantry one at a time, thinking, yeah, I'll get him in RPG range, get some shots off. But it doesn't work like that when you're molding at this level. Although Hello has managed to capture some Steiner supply. Although I think Steiner should get it back. It depends. He might accidentally just grease him before he can recap it. Because they're on attack move, although no, I think he'll just cap it, yeah, because of he doesn't have time to aim before he captures it, because it's hiding in the house. So basically, if there's nothing around it, you've got a small circle around you that'll capture things. And now he's going this way, so he's not sticking around for the reinforcements. And this is it's really throwing Hello off, because he's just constantly like, so this was made for when they were here, these guys were sent for when they were here, these guys were sent for when they were here, but by the time the guys get there, the map being so big, they're somewhere else. And so, you know, on Death Row, this strategy didn't really work out too well for Steiner last time. I suggest you check that game out. But he's refined it, and this bigger map really does work for him. He will need some infantry to... So this is how it should be done, right? You stop him from moving, not by running your infantry around, and great, he does get the Igloo in the church. We'll begin to attack the tow cobras. But you hide them like this, so they'll only see it when they're on the side. Destroyed? Yeah, so this is the look at the top. It has a very odd firing angle. Because the missiles are coming out the top. If something's really close, it just can't hit it. Do these guys have an RPG? Oh my god, is he really gonna... So he's just gonna shoot that? Don't tell me he jumps back in the helo. That would be so funny. Is he gonna jump back in the helo? Nah, he doesn't have to. He can just walk over. And this M1 should kill that RKM. Over here, the Blob sort of ran into some problems here. It's flanked from 3 angles. The Sprut, of course, 23 AP. It's just the accuracy's trash. There is allegedly a bug which buffs its ROF a bit too high, but I haven't seen that personally. So, okay, Blob move again, and now he's just going straight through the town. So this is where you get these guys, get them out of the church, just put them in that building, put them in the atheistic dwellings with poor line of sight, and just kill them as they drive past. Yes, here we go. So, do you see this? Like, I mean, it's target switching, which isn't great. Like, target switch, that's just how it works automatically. But it could have, you know, it wounded 2 and killed 1, but it could have killed that Abrams if it had done things better. But that's just the automatic targeting. If you get a unit to low HP, it will... if you get a unit to low cohesion, it will target the other unit before it kills the first unit. There's just nothing you can do about it unless you're babysitting it. And Hello surrenders. He basically lost that town. Yeah, pretty funny game. When I click on Steiner, it just comes up with me, sadly. I'm not Steiner. And Hello, I told you he was a Pingu man. -13 from losing to Steiner. But he's rank 174, probably a lot higher before that game. And yeah, he is a good player, so good play from Steiner, and I hope that shows you a new and interesting way to play the game. Shows that his strategy is viable, particularly on the bigger maps like Loop. Yeah, GG, let me know what you think.